Today we're going to paint Jinx from Arcane in the iconic scene where she sits on the chair near the end of Season 1. And man, I just watched the teaser trailer for Season 2 and I'm super hyped for it. This model was given to me by OXO3D and there's actually two versions of this model. Let's just say the other one is a spicier version of Jinx. I was commissioned to paint the spicy model for someone and that's why I'm adding magnets on the torso so that it can be switched between both versions. If you're interested in seeing the other one, I will have it on my Patreon page. For Jinx, I decided to go with my old method of zenithal highlight as a base for her skin tones. Because she's so white, I wanted a more neutral base to work with. A zenithal will also help me shade some parts of her body that you'll be able to see a bit later. Now, let's paint. I'm using a more dull red to start her off, and as you can see on her back, the zenithal is already giving me some shading underneath her scapula. And yes, I did Google the name of the bone. Then, I just bring the skin lighter and lighter. To paint her eyes, I like to make some flow improver with some black so that the paint comes off smoothly off my brush. Fun fact, Jinx was born with blue eyes but later got injected with some drug that pretty much drove her crazy and turned her eyes pink, and in this chair scene her eyes were already pink, so I had to go and fix that. With her eyes done, I'm going to use some pastel to add some shading around her eyes. All that's left of the head is her hair. We're going to add some shading with the airbrush, then dry brush some highlights, and the head is finished. Most of her clothing is pretty simple to paint. The annoying part comes with her pants because she has stripes all over them, so I had to mask it all out so that the lines are perfectly straight. And trust me, this is easy compared to painting her tattoos later on. To paint her tattoos, I'm going to start out with some watercolors. With watercolors, if you ever make a mistake, you can just erase it with some clean water and it'll come right off. I basically drafted the shape of the clouds with watercolor and then filled it with acrylic paints afterwards. Once I was done, I realized I didn't like the color and decided to redo all of it with a deeper blue. All that's left is to paint in her base and then we can start assembling her. If you've enjoyed the video so far, make sure to subscribe and like for more content like this. If you want to decide what I paint for my videos, join my Patreon and you can vote for models I paint. It's also the best way to support creators like me. Thanks again for watching, and now back to the video.